even if it does come on a fault on service from the substitute slash starter, Quinn Goksang.
Vietnam. Got the ball. Ready, Vietnam.
Vietnam have started with Quinn Goksang here in place of Nguyen Hoang Lan, who's down as captain, so there's nobody out there with the captain's armband on for Vietnam. Akash coming on and taking on the Tekong duties. In Quadrant, you just have to keep your planted foot behind the line before you serve. Say your planted foot, your non-striking foot, because you don't have to plant it. We'll see that in the Regu version, which is going to start on day 5. Totally different type of Sepaktakraw from the doubles and Quadrant that we're watching. You'll see the circles and the arcs come into play, but we'll discuss that once the Regu starts. Fortune favours the home team. That bobbles over there, Akash, with a wry smile. There we go. No, he did very well, actually. I thought it had bobbled over the tape, but it was bobbling from one back to another amongst his opponents. Vietnam giving as good as they're getting at the moment, though.
Whoa!
Well, you're allowed 3 touches, but if you can do it in 2, then if you can do it as well as Akash did there, then why not? Slaps that one down.
Vietnam to the net.
Challenge at the net, though, so, well, we just saw that replay, and he slapped it over the net. Coaches coming up. So Hemraj for, well, it's actually the team managers. So it's Hemraj for India and Tranti Bui for Vietnam. And that was decided in the blink of an eye. I'm pretty sure that Akash didn't step over the net.
Not over, point India, confirm.
It was not over, his foot was not over. The point goes to India.
With that early confusion of the team sheet and the substitution, may not be an ideal start for Vietnam, so they've also got to get past that.
Right there. Quiet. Up. Quiet. India.
Partisan crowd here in Patna cheering service faults from the opposition to the rafters. Change of Tekong there for India. Akash staying forward this time around, and Maipak Devi serving from behind the line.
Maipak Devi actually performed those duties quite a lot against Nepal in the first match. So it made sense possibly that Akash has come into the team. He was good during the doubles in particular. Why not give him a go? fantastic work on the net by both teams.
Vietnam stole that, and then India stole it right back. Brilliant block by Akash, getting the thickest part of his leg out there.
Vietnam.
Halendra Singh gets back up, thank goodness. Took quite a tumble there, desperately trying to get the ball back.
7.
Can't quite go that far just yet, but with both of these teams having won their opening matches, you'd expect them to finish in the top 2 and make it through to the semi-final. So this one is to see who finishes first, who finishes second, which could well be who finishes second and plays Thailand, who finishes first and plays Malaysia. So pick your poison as far as that one is concerned.
Vietnam.
And right about whenever Vietnam win a point, the only sound you can hear is of the Vietnam team cheering themselves on. Not much to choose between the two teams. 8-8.
8.
Not really found his range on service, Gok Sang. Akash gone back behind the line to take on the service.
Akash is appealing for handball. Referee turns it down. Right onto Halendra Singh. But then the ball falls into no man's land.
Ten, 9. Vietnam.
An attempted block by Akash and good reflexes by the assistant referee there. It was going straight towards him, just moved out of the way. And there's going to be a timeout right about now.
In.
It's 10-all in the first set. Vietnam taking on India here at the Patlipurna Sports Complex. We are in the indoor stadium and the crowd has turned up on all days. It's wonderful to be here in this historic city of Patna, rich history. And we've got to thank the Bihar government for their support in bringing this tournament here. And that's a resounding sound that you can hear around the stadium as Akash puts in that trademark roll spike.
11, 10.
Every point's going to be crucial now. Both teams in double figures, nothing between them.
Vietnam.
It's 11 all, and so far, honor shared.
11.
We have teams coming in from all over the globe, and
India.
Vietnam have committed quite a few faults on their service. They are trying to push towards that taped service. Haven't yet got an effective one in.
12, 11.
Huge opportunity for India and a huge opportunity taken by the skin of their teeth there. How this one gets over the net, I'm not quite sure. The tape decides that it's going to drop its shoulder in favour of the home team. It was a very, very good spike by Akash. The block was almost perfect, but almost doesn't quite cut it. And India get that 2-point cushion. Can they make it 3? Can they make it set points? Yes, they can. Set point, 3 of them.
Following the timeout now, India have got that initiative and that advantage, especially when they won the previous point. And now at 14-11, the fans will be saying, it's 14-level India.
14.
Don't do a Thailand. They won't, because India have just taken the first set 15-11 against Vietnam. This is the mixed quadrant event here at the ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup 2025. India 1, Vietnam 0. यहाँ ISTAF सेपकटक्राव वर्ल्ड कप में मिक्स्ड क्वाड्रेंट इवेंट चल रहा है और भारत ने अपना पहला मुकाबला नेपाल के सामने जीता था। अब वियतनाम के सामने पहला सेट जीता है 15-11 के मार्जिन से, और अभी हम दूसरे सेट की ओर प्रस्थान करेंगे। यहाँ आकाश उम्मीदें लगाए बैठे होंगे कि ये सेकंड सेट भी जल्दी अपने नाम कर ले और ये मुकाबला जल्दी समाप्त कर ले। Drew, we've also got to credit the players who are playing across different categories. Someone like an Akash, for example, or Putowan for Thailand. They've played important games today across categories, and it's never easy, particularly for Putowan, who actually played in the men's semi-final, the doubles, to a third set, and then played the finals, which also went to a third set, and then the first game of the mixed quadrant.
I don't think they were expecting to have to bring him on, and they brought him on for Tawisak towards the end of the second set, took it into a third set, and they ended up running away with it then. Having said that, it's quite obvious that Putawan would far rather be out there at the net as opposed to stuck on the bench, sitting there not doing anything.
I love that. I love Sepaktakraw. Yes, we do. We completely love Sepaktakraw. All the best, India. They say, rise and grow, conquer the world. This is the World Cup after all. Bobby Kumar, one of the Indian players, took the player's oath on day one, and he said, we are Sepaktakraw. Yes, we are Sepaktakraw. We've come to celebrate the sport here in Patna, Bihar.
Conquer the world, India. They are the defending champions in the mixed quadrant, so they've got a lot to live up to. Won the title a year ago, just under a year ago, in Kuala Lumpur. First time it was played at a World Cup, so they're the only ever winners.
One, look.
Vietnam get an early 2-0 lead. Akash with that roll spike, unfortunately for India, putting it past. You can see the expression on Holendro's face.
It's good blocking by Vietnam. Two of them up there, giving him nothing to aim at. So now he needs to redress the balance on his own service. It's a good one. Quang at the net, the more alert of the two.
It's also wonderful to see the number of teams that have come, and they are across categories. There are a few overlaps, but some have come with a big contingent who've got a bigger player pool, as Akash gets that roll spike. So some teams have come with a big player pool. They've got a lot of options to choose from to go in different categories, and it's really interesting to see the way some have got that amount of depth. And also the jersey numbers, you are only allowed to pick from 1 to 36, I think. So everyone's got a unique number.
1, 3.
What a block. It was almost as if Akash anticipated that one. Akash means sky in Sanskrit and Hindi. Sky is the limit.
Three, 2.
First 3 points for Vietnam. 3 in a row for India. It's what they needed to do. Once the opposition's won a point early on their own service, you need to do the same sooner rather than later. Don't let them carry that buffer nearer and nearer to the end of the set. 4 in a row. Akash serving, and it's spun away beautifully.
Vietnam.
Asked a lot of questions. Really difficult to control.
So just nullifies the early advantage that Vietnam got when they just surged ahead.
That one evaded absolutely everyone, but India won't mind. When your sets end up creeping over the net with nobody touching them and scoring a point, you know that luck's on your side.
Vietnam.
There's been a challenge saying that Akash might have gone over the net. Pretty sure he didn't touch it. Palindra Singh looks like he's in his swimming trunks there. Needs to pull his shorts down. Chantivui trying to plead her team's case.
India get that. Not over. There's the confirmation from the referee. We can finally have a look at that one.
He did actually touch it. That's what I'm delighted to see. I wasn't giving him the credit.
1-3.
5 points in a row for India.
There was a good block earlier, but Vietnam equal to the task.
You don't mind losing a point if you've got a good block in there and made them win the point twice. You know you're doing things right.
4-1.
Mustn't rest on their laurels though. That could have been a case of resting on their laurels. The first spike is blocked, and you might have switched off thinking Akash has got this, but no. They were alert to the danger. Fine margins between these two teams.
Very fine, and when we look at the first set, of course it went India's way 15-11, but for a major part of the set, at least until 10 points, they were equal.
It's been a while since I've seen him do that, running around the court. If he gets a gold medal here, then he'll go off on one of his Akash the Sky celebrations.
Vietnam, right there.
There's some members of our forces.
Whoa.
It's great to have them here. Just getting a chance to watch Sepaktakraw.
Vietnam. India, Cholinet.
They're a challenge by India now.
No, Akash going for the header. It went over him and then it was blocked back. Oh, they are challenging.
On the left is Mr. Yogendra Singh Dahiya. Instrumental in getting the World Cup here in Patna, Bihar. the Sepaktakraw Federation of India, trying to grow the game. It has also been supported by that man in the center, Mr. Ravindra Shankaran, the previous frame that is, who heads the Bihar State Sports Authority. Also credit to the Khel Vibhag of the Bihar government, alongside support from the Sports Authority of India and Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Also adding to this event and helping execute it is Ease My Trip.
Looked like Trantivui couldn't believe what she saw or heard. India's challenge is unsuccessful.
Looked fine to me at the first glance.
Not over by Vietnam, confirmed.
Akash now takes his Tekong duties, and this was challenged earlier. Akash suggesting it might maybe come off his head.
By Vietnam. Ready?
This is very important for Vietnam. If they want to level things, it's their serve. An important point coming up.
By India.
But India take that one, still maintaining that 2-point lead as they head back to serve.
Ready? And 6. By Vietnam.
Covering a lot of ground, Akash serving and then taking the long way round, scampering all the way up to the net and then across the net to try to block.
7, 8.
What I really liked there was the save, because it was blocked initially, Akash's first spike, and then Chauba Devi was very alert. She's just to the left of your screen there. She kept the ball alive, played it back to Holendro Singh for him to set it up for Akash to have a second bite of the cherry. Akash asking where the ball was. Holendro says, give me a second, I'll put it back up there for you.
Vietnam time out.
Now India taking control of this game, and there's a timeout. Vietnam just consulting their coaches, Tran Thi Vui and Hoang Duc Long, as India have a 3-point lead in the second set. They took the first one 15-11.
Seven, 10.
Following the timeout, Akash starts well. The lead extends to 11-7.
Seven.
It's all going one way at the moment, and the crowd are quite happy with that. Akash not having to block in the end. It was a failed roll spike by Nguyen Van Lee. Not backing down though. Good block, and ends up coming off the back of Huynh Gok Sang. Crowd momentarily quiet as it's a couple of points in a row for Vietnam, just as India looked like they were racing away with it.
9, 12.
Just to settle the nerves, India would like to win this point. That was, I think, fortunate in the end. The set wasn't the best, and it may well have been almost over the net for Akash. And that one well left. Palindro Singh pointing at Akash saying, yes, you got me out of jail on that one.
This time onto the net. Wonder what was the thought with that service? Did he just want to get it a little bit into Vietnam's court but away from the 4 players?
He was aiming for the top of the net and for it to die over the other side. Like that.
Vietnam still in it. They're now 11. India still have a 2-point lead, and they've called for a timeout at this juncture.
Nervous times here for India. Their cushion's down to 2. They're about to serve, so they've still got their noses in front. They're only 2 points away from victory, but they're going to be serving here. Akash will be serving. They're taking the time about things. So it's likely that Vietnam will win this point. All of a sudden it's 12-13, and you start feeling a
11,
little bit wary.
13.
Vietnam have positioned one of their players onto the net, just to the right of the Indian ball.
11.
The margin is now only a solitary point. Wanted to go for that taped service again. Akash should have finished it off earlier. He tried to lob it across, which allowed Vietnam to create their own chance, and it's now 13-all. Vietnam refused to give up. They're back in this.
Difficult to try and do the drop shot when you've got 4 people on the other side of the net waiting for it. Akash, who's served a fault on his last 2 services. What's he going to come up with here?
And suddenly Vietnam have got the set point. Will they equalize here and take it to a 3rd set? Dhruv, we've had quite a few of those today in the finals, and that pattern has followed us into the mixed quadrants as well.
Not just yet, it hasn't. Akash with the save, set and spike takes us to 14-all. So it's now 1st to 17. India staving off a set points. The only problem for them is that they've got to serve 3 of the coming 5 points. Akash has got to work out what he's going to do on service. Either that or they change the tekong briefly. Trying to do it all himself, Akash. Serving, racing forward, trying to get the block.
Let's see a bit of tension in the Indian ranks. Akash equalizes. It's another trademark roll spike.
Now he's discussing with Holendra Singh what to do with the next service.
It is really imperative that India get a point of their own serve, especially at this juncture in the game. Best of 3 now.
It's gone long. India now with a match point. Nerve showing there from Vietnam. It was great presence by Akash, and that ended up putting off Nguyen Van Lee.
That's what I was going to ask you. How much did Akash's movement really affect the Vietnamese team?
He was there, he put in a good potential block, he was in the right position, and Van Lee thought that he was going to have to go around him, and it sows a seed of doubt in your mind. And speaking of seeds of doubt, imagine how you'd be feeling now if you were me serving, trying to keep your team in it.
Akash, the sentinel for India. A victory in straight sets for India over Vietnam. The Patlipurna Sports Complex comes alive in celebration. 15-11, 17-15. The crowd rises to clap a magnificent effort by the Indians. भारत ने वियतनाम को 2-0 के मार्जिन से हराया है यहाँ मिक्स्ड क्वाड्रेंट इवेंट में. और ये है ISTAF सेपक्टाक्राw वर्ल्ड कप 2025 जो कि पटना बिहार में खेला जा रहा है.
India win 2-0 set. Take hand please.
Well, 2-0 to India. Vietnam had their moments, but towards the end, maybe a bit of nerves.
Nerves, I think, from both teams, but the long and the short of it is India are now very much in the box seat to win this group. They're already through to the semi-finals. This confirms the semi-final spot for them. The semi-finals will be played on day 5, the following day, but delight for the home fans as well as for the Sepaktakraw Federation of India.
The next match is Thailand versus Myanmar in the mixed quadrant event.